The first month that I hit $100,000 revenue, I remember getting my phone and texting my father, telling him that he didn't need to work anymore. He was a taxi driver, and when you're a taxi driver, you've got to show that you're for like private hire or something. So he would have these stickers on his car, which basically showed the world that he had low status, saying private hire, call this number if you want a taxi, whatever. I send him a text saying that I've just made a fuck ton of money and I'm going to continue making a fuck ton of money, and that he doesn't need to work this job anymore. And I'm waiting for him to come home because it's going to be like this wholesome moment. He's going to drive home. I've got my phone ready, and together we're going to take these like stickers off, and it's going to be like good content for me. Like, I retired my father. It's not what happens. His car pulls into the driveway and the taxi stickers are already off. And I asked him like, oh, what happened? Like, I was going to record it. What happened was that the moment I texted him, he got out of the car on the side of the road and took them off immediately. He didn't even wait to come home. What I learned from that moment was that my parents had been working so hard in, quite frankly, undesirable ways just to provide for me and my family. And I didn't realize that they had the urgency, like the impatience that they actually did to change their lives, because they never really complained about it. Like, your parents right now might be working super fucking hard in a job that they don't even like. They won't really say it to you, but they are thinking it. They're thinking like their young man ends up becoming successful enough to retire them. They would love that. And every month that doesn't happen, they're just in pain, basically. They wake up every single day, sleep deprived. They go to jobs which they don't really like. They've had to, be a certain kind of person, act in a certain kind of way. They've had to pussify themselves if they work in like some corporate 9-to-5 career, or they've had to like belittle their own status if they worked more like a laboring job than my father did. It was in this moment that I really felt that masculine urge, that spirit of wanting to provide for your loved ones. And it was so important for me because I worked hard as an entrepreneur to be able to enjoy this experience, to give my father basically his life back, because he had been chained to needing to make money, like being on that treadmill for decades. And I was finally able to free him and my family. And so if you want an experience like that, where you want to be able to retire your parents, I want to just give you a weird specific lesson. In this video, I'm not going to talk to you about like fucking 7 ways to hit $10,000. Like, if you need some immature little fucking dopamine video, get the fuck off this channel. I want to teach you something which is hardcore. Like, this is gonna probably piss you off, because you're gonna realize what it took for me to build this much success and money. And I'm telling you right now, you might not even be capable for it. Because what I had to do, I had to kill myself. I had to be reborn. I had to go through seasons, evolvement, layers of myself to become the capable entrepreneur that I've become. I had to sacrifice everything. Now, I'll walk you through my specific step-by-step daily schedule, what time I did everything, why I did this certain workout and not that one, why I worked at this time and not that time. I'll walk you through everything, but I just want to give you a quick extra lesson that I didn't even think I'd say in this video, a lesson on sacrifice. I sacrificed so much to be an entrepreneur that you don't even fucking know. I was deeply attached to this girl that I was with, I was living with, I was in a relationship with for 3 years, and I broke that relationship off and voluntarily chose heartbreak so that I could move back home and focus on my business. I had brushed my teeth next to a girl that I had loved every morning for 3 years straight, and I still wasn't satisfied with life because I wanted to be an entrepreneur. And I just knew that I couldn't do it in the situation that I was in before, where I had a full-time girlfriend, I'm living with her, we're spending all day together and stuff. I just couldn't do it in there. I tried so many times, I tried creating distance, and I literally decided to just move to a fucking whole new city, like my original hometown, so I could just focus. From that point, I've fallen in love. I won't even lie to you, I've fallen in love with multiple women, and almost every time I've broken things off so that I could continue being the capable entrepreneur that I've wanted to be. So if you you watch all these cute little videos online that tell you make money and free yourself from the matrix, and entrepreneurship and business, the best business beginners, you watch all these cute fucking videos. One of the things you need to know is entrepreneurship is not cute. It's fucking ugly. It's ugly. It's so ugly. This is how I know if a guy is like a fucking G, like a winner or not, is by how he speaks about entrepreneurship. Because all the cute little kids are probably like you, right? You think it's so cool to be an entrepreneur. When I see another entrepreneur, all I can just see is pain. All I can just see is sacrifice. I know for a fact he's not as close to his family and not enjoying fucking love and presence and relationship and human connection as much as he wants to, because he has this incessant need to build and to grow. You can call it oh, you know, it's materialistic. I don't even know what it is, but you could say I'm materialistic, fine, then whatever you believe. But I am an entrepreneur, and I'm going to teach you this daily schedule that didn't just, you know, make me an entrepreneur, but started to make me a fuck ton of money. First of all, I'm going to just set a new rule for my videos for my channel. You come onto here and I'm always going to tell you the fucking truth, and I'm never going to filter something, and I'm never going to act extra cute or humble or anything. When I'm going to speak about money, I'm going to tell you the exact fucking numbers that I hit. If that pisses you off or offends you, or you think that, you know, it's a lie or a scam, you can get the fuck out of this channel, because I have always found it so valuable when I was watching videos of guys who didn't sugarcoat things, which is a big shout out. There's a big YouTuber called Ali Abdal. He was making videos a few years ago where he would literally specifically show you how much money he'd make, and he'd kind of say it in an apologetic way of like, you know, like, people ask me, so don't be offended. And he'd always get fucking some like hate in the comments of people saying like, oh, you're showing off. If you're one of these little small dick people who think that I'm showing off if I tell you about stuff that I've done, get fucked. You should only be here if you're thinking, damn, like, Hamza's actually quite inspiring, and you want to know the specific details. You don't want me to kind of like numb myself down or to act extra humble for the peasants. We don't give a fuck about that. I'm assuming when you watch my videos, you're not some peasant whose emotions are so fickle that I have to like sugarcoat myself so I can just tell you exactly the truth. No filters. This is the daily schedule that got me from basically a business that wasn't even profitable to over $100,000. And now, if you do the math, I make over $200,000 every single month. This is the daily schedule. I woke up at 3:30 a.m. every single day. I'm not taking the piss. I'm not exaggerating. I woke up at 3:30 every single day. This is not one of those cringe CEO morning routine or something. This is not one of those influencer who lies. I was waking up at 3:30 every single day. If you are one of my customers, I have like 1,700 customers, you will know that this is the truth, because I used to log on to my platform at 3:30, write posts and stuff, and my boys fucking knew that I was on this grind. 3:30 I would wake up, and the first thing that I would do, I'm not even gonna lie to you because this is so unsexy, and I hope like no attractive women are watching this. The first thing that I would do is roll out of bed, sit down on my computer chair, and work for a solid 10, 20, 30 minutes whilst my breath fucking stank. I wouldn't even brush my teeth first thing in the morning because I wanted to get that initial 10 to 30 minute burst of quick work. Usually I'd script videos, or I'd go onto like my education platform answering questions or whatever, or I'd be scripting a course, or I'd be doing some kind of deep work that usually involved a little bit of writing. This is a special productivity tactic, and once I tell you the name of it, I want you to remember this forever. The name of this tactic is eat the frog. Eat the frog. If I made you eat a frog at dinner time and I said to you, okay, here is a live frog, like a gross ass frog, you literally have to eat it or like everyone you love dies, you would do it, right? But I give you an option and I say to you, okay, you can eat the frog right now, and then we'll bring in your dinner and you just have your normal steak or whatever afterwards. You can eat the frog before your dinner, or you can have your dinner first and then you can eat your frog after that. Which one would you have put? I know how successful you're going to be by your answer of this. You know, you can go comment below if you want to drive up the YouTube algorithm, but just think to yourself, would you have ate the frog before dinner time or after? Think to yourself, you probably have thought an answer now, and also ask yourself, why did I choose that? Because if you said that you would eat the frog before dinner time, you're probably going to become successful because you understand the concept of delaying gratification. You took the pain right now, and then you're going to have like the sort of happy thing, the meal, the good meal, the steak, afterwards. The retards who say, oh, well, you know, I'll just have my normal thing right now and then I'll do the hard thing later. What do they sound like? They sound like fatties who say like, oh, I'll just go to the gym later and then never fucking go. They sound like little fucking broke kids who say, oh, I just want to build a business, but I'm in school, so I'll just wait. They're delaying the hard thing instead of delaying the gratification. So the reason why I call this eat the frog is because I wake up and I do some of the hardest work possible first thing in the morning. You think I'm fucking playing with this? Let me take my fucking watch off and show you the time right now. You think I'm fucking playing with this? It's 5:30 a.m. I literally woke up 35 minutes ago. I had a cold shower, I read my goals, I visualized, I scripted, and now I'm recording a video. Like, this is the number one 10 out of 10 task I could be doing as a YouTuber, and I'm doing this at 5:30 a.m. You think I don't want to, like, you know, stay stay in longer? You think I don't want to wake up and do some fake work like you do all the time, where you say like, oh yeah, you're working, but all you're really doing is watching fucking YouTube videos like this, and you're acting like it's productive? You think I don't want to be a pussy like you? It'd be so nice to be a pussy and to go and watch like, oh yeah, I'm just learning, bro. I'm just gonna go watch some videos like first thing in the morning just to kind of learn, bro. It'd be so nice to do that, bro. It'd be so nice to just go and like cope. But the reason why I was able to make so much progress is because I would wake up and I would do the hardest task first thing in the morning, even though my own brain would be telling me like, no, I don't want to do it. I'm tired. I don't want to record this video right now. I woke up, my throat's kind of sore and stuff. I don't want to record this video right now, but I'm here bringing the as best energy as I can because I'm going to do the hardest thing first thing in the morning so that the rest of the day is easier. This is like, I know that we're talking about entrepreneurship, but you want a lesson on mental health. All these fucking pussies talk about mental health, this, depression, statin pills, whatever, you know, therapy, all this bakwas that the modern day little fruity skinny neck people talk about, or therapy and everything. No, you don't need that shit. What you need to do to have good mental health is to just do the hard thing now so that your future self thanks you for it. The reason why I'm immune to depression is because I will do the hard thing right now so that future Hamza is better. Look at my fucking bicep. I didn't grow this physique. It wasn't me. This was younger me who put in the work for 10 years, probably 5,000 workouts. Younger me did that for me. He delayed gratification. He experienced pain to build me the physique, to build me the business. Now I look at myself with so much love that the average person thinks that I'm fucking narcissistic, when actually this is probably as much as a human should like themselves because I've been good to myself. So we wake up and we delay gratification immediately by doing the hardest work for the first few hours of the day. Once I've done about like half an hour to an hour of this work, that's when I would have a little break. I'd go and have like a cold shower. I'd brush my teeth. I'd go downstairs, get more water, get a coffee or something, then I'd come back up and I'd continue working super hard. So right now, literally, it's like 4:30 a.m. You haven't even woken up and I've already recorded 3 videos. You can see why I will fuck you in business, right? Now, I'd like to believe that we're on the same side. If you're watching these videos, maybe you associate yourself as a member of my tribe, of my cult. But think about how competitive this is. There's a phrase I keep saying to my friends, like I'm in London right now and I've been chilling with my friends. We've been rolling around and going to events and podcasts and interviews and whatever. And there's a phrase that I said to them that they keep asking me to repeat because they just loved like the sound of it. You know, they kind of like gas me up when I say certain things. And the phrase is, imagine trying to compete with me. That's what I say to my friends, not to them, but like, you know, we're just talking about other men. Imagine trying to compete with me. And my friends are gassing me up. Like one friend will be saying to the other friend, bro, he makes a fuck ton of money. He's basically a millionaire. He makes $200,000 a month and he still wakes up at 5 a.m. and has a cold shower. Imagine trying to compete with this psychopath who's not slowing down when he's built the success, who's waking up, who's already smashed so like you know, hard work. It's barely 4:30 a.m. and I've already done some hard work. Then I'll continue after a short break with some coffee. I'd continue and do as hard work as possible, with as much focus as possible till 8 a.m. So I've worked now for about 4 hours. At 8 a.m., that's when I would break my fast. So all this time, I've not ate anything. I'm not some pussy who needs to wake up and eat some fucking cereal or whatever. I wake up, I do all that work whilst I'm fasted, which means that basically I eat nothing. I just have water and coffee for the first few hours of the day. Then at about 8 a.m., that's when, you know, the sun is up and I've worked super hard already. That's when I would go and have a little pre-workout meal. I'd have like a steak and some eggs or something. I'm on the carnivore diet, especially for this season of my life. So that means that I don't eat carbs. You're probably thinking different things. Wait, how do you bulk? How do you do this? That's another lesson I want to give you right now. I just told you that the diet that I was on that got me to a fuck ton of money. And the first thing that you probably thought of is, wait, Hamza said he's on the carnivore diet. That's where he just eats meat. And that might not be really good for fitness, because for fitness, you kind of need carbs and stuff. If you thought that, you're gonna get fucked in business. Because if you want to become like a god tier entrepreneur, you're going to have to sacrifice. You're going to have to align your life to your business, not to other things. And so my diet, the foods I eat are basically the ones that make my brain really fucking sharp. Because if you eat normal people food, like pasta, rice, like bodybuilder food, you'll have like a slow fucking, not just like puffy face and shit, but you have like a slow brain. Almost every guy I speak to who eats carbs, rice, pasta, bread, cookies, sweets, whatever, they're all like, they're like 25% just stupider, 50% stupider than they should be. My diet is literally fucking meat and eggs. That's all I eat. I don't eat cute pasta rice bowls like you. I don't eat the bread or whatever fucking shit that you eat. I have meat and I have eggs and I have a few other things. That's all I eat. That means my brain is fucking sharp. That means that I'm hungry. That means that like I'm so active and ready to like, you know, to move around. I've got energy. I don't get that weird carb crash that most people do where they lose like 3 hours of their energetic day every single day just because they wanted a bowl of pasta because it kind of tastes nice. Disgraceful. So it's 8 a.m. I've just had my first meal, maybe a ribeye steak and 2 eggs or even 4 eggs. I work a little bit more, but now it's more like shallow work. I'm just kind of like learning about something. I'm replying to a few messages whilst I'm digesting the food. At about 9 a.m., this is when I would do my workout. And you might be surprised because the workout that I was doing at this time, no one else has spoke about before. I was doing a fast-paced kettlebell workout at home. I bought a pair of kettlebells because I didn't even want to waste the time that it would take me to go over to the gym, which was like a 10-minute walk away. I didn't want to waste that time. I didn't want to be around other people during this season. I just wanted to fucking be in like this jail, basically like this prison cell of entrepreneurship. So I bought a pair of kettlebells. I would go downstairs at 9 a.m. and I would literally work out for about 10 to 20 minutes, fast-paced as fuck, so I could go back to work. The exact workout that I used to do is called the Adonis Protocol workout. You can go like YouTube it, Google it. Someone's probably like made a video about it, but it's fast as fuck. It's like burpees. It's like throwing the weight above your head, like primal. You get drenched in sweat. It's like a mind like fuck, basically. It's like a huge act of discipline. But most importantly, it's super quick. I would literally be done with the exercise like block of my day in like 30 to 45 minutes. Whereas when you go to the gym and you do the whole cute weightlifting routine and you know, you do the bench press and you do everything else, the whole workout's at least an hour, if not even 90 minutes. But the extra thing of like getting ready, going to the gym, training, kind of ending training, you know, commuting back home and then kind of like showering up, getting changed again. The whole thing can be about like a 3-hour block of time that you're just losing out on. You might only work out for like an hour, but you'll be surprised that from the moment you stopped working originally to the moment you start working again, it's like a 3-hour block. And this is the point in my life where I thought, you know what, I actually want to get as many minutes of the day into my business because I know that's what's going to set me apart. And so if you want every competitive advantage you can in business, I would actually recommend you do this weird psychopathic technique, which is like, don't even go to a gym, buy what you need at home and go and do the workout fast as fuck, maximum 30 to 45 minutes every single day at the same time, and then straight back to work. And you'll be surprised, you'll probably save at least like 1 to 2 hours a day from not going to the gym and doing like a longer workout. By now it's like 10 a.m. I would come back to my computer and I'd have a big post-workout meal. So I'd have like a massive like steak or even 2 steaks. I'd have like 4 or 5 chicken thighs. I have like over 1,000 calories just in meat, sometimes with eggs as well. That's it. I'd have like over 1,000 calories. So I'd be munching away at that whilst learning online. So I'd go and watch like long unedited videos, kind of like this one. I never ever watch bullshit with cute little fucking dopamine. I never watch cute little clickbait videos, top 7 ways to make $10,000. I might make some of those videos to attract like a young audience of basically idiots who need like fucking clickbait videos. But I never watch that. Not now, not a year ago when I was, you know, hitting 100K, because it's complete bakwas. You don't need to watch some dopamine video where the creator doesn't even like you and instead he made the video to get views, not to actually get you like results in life. That's not what's going to help you. The amount of views people get on those videos is fucking insane. You see those videos, right? Like top 7 side hustles to make $500 and it's got like 2 million views. Bro, I don't ever watch those videos because I'm not a complete and utter fucking idiot, and you probably don't either if you've watched all of this video so far. This is a side point, but you can probably tell as a creator, bro, I want to make those videos, right? You see how many fucking views you get when you make a video for absolute retards. Like they love to fucking click on top 7 ways to make $10,000 and it's like the creators like they're like, you know, like this showing like, oh yeah, it's look at me, I'm so lazy, I'm just kind of like, you know, like kicking back and I'm making money. People fucking love those kinds of videos and I just don't want to make them because even though they get so many views, you just attract like basically idiots. My videos these days are getting all-time lowest views, but what's interesting is my business is actually as successful as it's ever been. So my ego is fucking hurt. I post a video these days, it gets like 50,000 views. It's fucking embarrassing, but I have the most customers inside of my program. I make the most money I've ever made before, even though I'm getting 10 times less views than when I used to make the clickbait videos. I never used to make them for business, but I used to make the equivalent for dating, which was like top 9 dating techniques for young men or some shit, and I'd get 1 million views, but all of them were from like fucking 12-year-olds who couldn't even afford my program and couldn't basically support me as a businessman. So these days it's just so interesting that like, although I want to make videos that get a fuck ton of views, views. Likes ain't cash, views ain't cash. As a businessman, you've got to be optimizing for the real thing that you want, which is revenue or profit. So from around 10 a.m. to about 1 p.m., I'd continue doing the deepest work possible. I'd be scripting videos, scripting courses, I'd be going on to live calls, I'd be recording videos, whatever big task I could think of, that's what I'd be doing around that time. And then inside of this block as well, from 10 to about 1 p.m., that's when I check all my messages. So I'd go through all of the apps like WhatsApp, Instagram, Discord, check messages from my team, from other influencers, from people I'm speaking to, and I'd go through all of them. Me and my brother actually work together in my business. Like the business part of my thing is not YouTube. It's the top link or the second link in the description, which is called Adonis School, which is like, I have an online educational community basically. And my brother is kind of like my right-hand man in there. He's like the manager inside. And so me and him work very closely. So around this time, me and him would be exchanging like loads of messages, details, ideas, videos, and, you know, like thoughts and voice notes to each other. And so that would take me a while to go through everything and send in my thoughts of every decision that we were making. And that really, really helped. Like working with family really helped. And so I'd be spending a bit of time from 10 to 1 replying to messages and also doing whatever other random tasks that would arise because of that. Once it got to about 1 p.m., that's when I was acutely aware that my brain wasn't as sharp anymore through the day. So I've optimized my schedule for so much that I know the exact times that my brain often gets a little bit slower because it's kind of fatigued. I've used it. I'm far away from my circadian rhythm or whatever. So around 1 p.m. is when I'd pretty much just turn my computer off and I'd go and sit in my bed and I'd just start to read. So I'd read for about 3 to 5 hours straight. Obviously I'd take breaks, I'd get some food, I'd make some tea, I'd go downstairs for a bit, whatever. But like over the course of 5 hours, I probably read over like 100 pages. I could often read a book in like 2 to 3 days. And I'd just be reading. And the reason why is because reading really helped me to develop really good principles for success and also for my character traits that I needed for entrepreneurship success. I would highly recommend this. It's going to sound weird because I'm a YouTuber. You want the truth? I would recommend that you read instead of watching YouTube videos, including mine. Reading has helped me so much more than watching cute little stupid YouTube videos. So I actually would recommend a young guy, if I really wanted to help you, which I do, I would even tell you, like, even if you're not going to watch my videos, just read books on entrepreneurship, on business. You can just go and search like Hamza books on YouTube, and there's like a few videos I spoke about what books that I've loved to read that have really helped me. I just want to share this with you. As I was saying that, I actually got like a sense of really good happiness because the videos I've made about the books that have really helped me. These days, I'm actually in touch with most of the authors. The author whose book probably had the biggest impact on me is MJ DeMarco, who wrote the book The Millionaire Fastlane. He's like an entrepreneur who retired when he was like 30 years old, and he wrote a book on how to start a business. I read that book when I was like 19 years old, changed my life. I'm here today because of the paradigm it set for me. And I speak to him like fairly often. Like he comes on to my community to just like help my boys there. He coaches them and everything. He's come on to special events and everything. I've done a YouTube video with him as well. You can go and find that. So I just got like a sense of pride thinking about, I used to like read this guy's books, look up to him as like this guy who helped me, and now he helps me personally himself. He's done videos with me. Like it gets to about 4 or 5 p.m. and this is when I'd usually have some calls scheduled. So when you build a business, especially when you're starting to make a fuck ton of money, often you will start to have like calls and meetings. You might not be on that level just yet. Like when you're starting off, there's no reason to have a meeting when you're not even making any money or anything. But around this time, I actually was popping off with my online community, which is called Adonis School. It's like a education platform where I do calls inside and I teach people things about business and YouTube and everything else. We have like a masculinity coach, a testosterone coach, everything. It's like basically if you're a young guy who has similar goals to most of the young guys where you want to make money, you want to get girls, you want to build muscle, it's basically the best place to go because you get prime education, you get teachers who help you and stuff, right? So I do calls in there 3 times a week, and I'm not trying to sell it to you, I'm just explaining. And so often at 5 p.m. I would have a block there to basically fulfill my role, which is like me as a coach. I'd be hopping onto calls and giving advice to young guys, which they really appreciate. And straight after that call at 6 p.m., once the call ended, it was time for my nighttime routine at 6. So we'd always joke around that like if someone was, still yapping on the call and it'd get to like 6:01, all the boys in the chat would write like, "It's Hamza's bedtime, bro. Shut up. Let him get off now." Because all of my students knew that I'd start getting ready for sleep at 6 p.m. There was days when it was still bright outside. There was days when I'd be logging off from, the call, shutting my computer down, and it was so bright outside that I could hear little children running past and, having a good time, whatever. And I was getting ready for bed. bed. You don't realize like how much I dedicated to this journey. So 6 p.m., that's when I would start my nighttime routine. And the single most important thing that I would do in this routine, that I'll just give you a tip that you should start doing immediately, is planning tomorrow, today. So at 6 p.m., I'd shut everything off, and then I'd go on to Google Calendar, see what I had tomorrow, and kind of visualize through it, plan the day, write down what I was going to do at each block of the day. Each hour of the day I had already scheduled in every single night like this. And the powerful part of this is that then tomorrow I didn't have to use emotions or decision making. All I had to do was just see my calendar and just follow and just do whatever task that me from yesterday in a non-emotional position had scheduled for me, which was so powerful. So I planned tomorrow, today, every single night. It gets to like 6:30 p.m. I'd brush my teeth, wind down, just get ready for bed, come into my room, set it up. It's night, close the curtains and stuff. I've got blackout curtains. I turn the lights off. I've got like a big air filter machine, which is kind of like a white noise machine as well. So it's loud, but it also like cleans the air so that you sleep better, you breathe better. I'd get into bed. I put on mouth tape, I put on like earplugs, and the final thing that I do to make sure that I fall asleep super fast is that I grab my Amazon Kindle and I would read with it in total darkness in like really low light whilst like lying to the side, and I would drift off to sleep. As I'm like kind of falling asleep, I just routinely knew to press the power button, chuck it to the side, and I'd fall asleep till 3:30 a.m. and I'd do it again. That was my whole daily schedule that took me from not even making profit in my business to starting to profit above $100,000 a month from last year, and I've been able to double that since. If you've watched this far of this video, I want you to be a cult member of mine. If you didn't know already, I'm a fucking cult leader. I'm not some cute ass YouTuber. I own a cult of young men who are on self-improvement, who are masculine, who are getting into business. And so if you wanted to be like a cult member and join this brotherhood, scroll down right now, go click on the subscribe button, not for the cute YouTube stuff, but basically then more videos like this will be sent to your homepage. You'll see them more. And I just want like a new audience of guys who really like business. And if you watch this far, you probably do. So go and do that right now. You can go drive up the YouTube algorithm if you want to go help me as well. My Instagram's linked below if you want to go and follow that, because I post like not so much business things, but I post like business, lifestyle, money, lifestyle, fitness, lifestyle, attractive, high value man lifestyle things. And you might like to go and see that. I've mentioned the one product that I have, Adonis School, which is my online education platform where I teach you how to be a businessman. Imagine lessons like this, but just way more and way better. And that's linked below as well. And you might really go and enjoy that. Do the hard work, especially when you don't feel like it. Mwah!